Citizens of the UEE, workers of the megacorps, you who are forced to smile while alien diplomats sign away your future, we know you are listening. The so called empire would have you believe that obedience is safety, that alien treaties and your spineless corporate rulers will protect you. But look around. Human lives traded for profit, human worlds surrendered for xeno influence, human spirit forgotten.
We are XenoThreat. XenoThreat does not kneel to aliens. XenoThreat does not sell our souls to corporations. XenoThreat does not ask permission from the Imperator to defend what is ours. We are calling for those who still feel fire in their blood: pilots, engineers, haulers, gunners, medics, anyone who still believes in pure humanity.
Stand
Stand
with
with humanity.
humanity. Stand
Stand
with
XenoThreat.
XenoThreat. Join us in Pyro, Duke. Duke, join us in Pyro. Help us take back what was stolen profits, dignity, and the right to decide our own fate. XenoThreat will give you purpose. XenoThreat will give you training. XenoThreat will give you a home among those who refuse to surrender.
Join XenoThreat today and use the promo code OpenComms, and you will receive 4 bottles of Sterogen Microsupplement powder absolutely free.
Did you say 4 bottles of Sterogen Microsupplement powder?
That's an entire month of pure human-made Sterogen Microsupplement powder absolutely free when you sign up to defend humanity from Xeno influence.
Stand
Stand with
with
humanity.
humanity. Stand
Stand
with
with
XenoThreat.
XenoThreat.
Use the promo code OpenComms when signing up and the link below to receive an entire month of life-changing Sterogen microsupplement powder absolutely free.
Sterogen microsupplement powder may cause increased aggression, mood swings, liver damage, fits, bigotry, hot flashes, cold flashes, sweats, diarrhea, swole ass muscles, and trouble sleeping. Sterogen microsupplement powder is not legal in the UEE, but who cares anyway since the UEE is not a valid government?
Stand
Stand
with
with humanity.
humanity. Stand
Stand
with
with XenoThreat.
XenoThreat. The thing is, though, now that you say that, I can't unsee it. You're absolutely right.
The reclaimer. Let's talk about that first, because I was going to go in a totally different direction.
You can make as much money as you need and work your way towards any ship in the game.
They were trying to cash in off of that nostalgia and that hype.
Welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. I'm Jar Jar Jabroni, and I'm here with my very special co-host today, Duke Later the Second. Duke Later the Second, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I feel richer.
I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel pumped. I feel excited.
I'm here. I'm ready for it.
I feel a little swole.
In the ass cheeks.
Swollen
Oh,
in my muscles, swollen in my
did
brain.
they not mean swole ass muscles? Was it just swole ass muscles? I feel like there could have been some punctuation missing there.
Duke, I don't want to give the advertisers more time than they've kind of allotted,
Oh, right. Sorry.
because they just kind of just paid us to read the thing, and then I mean, if it leaks into the show, it gets, it's not cool, you know. Anyway, today's question is, why is XenoThreat right for you, Duke? Duke Leto? Well, we've lost my co-host Duke Leto. I don't know what happened, but this week's episode on Star Citizen's Best Call-In Show, Open Comms Radio, we have callers take the room here. Our first caller today is Lord Anubis. Lord Anubis, I'm going to pull you on up. Lord Anubis, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you
I
today?
don't know what happened to Duke.
I eat too much spice. It's spice poisoning. And I heard you have to detox when that happens. So I'm not sure. Do you know of anything that might help him?
No, nope. I can't do that after I just yelled at him, and then he just left. But
That was horrible of him.
yeah, well, Lord Anubis, you're familiar with the show. You're familiar with the format. This week's question is, why is XenoThreat right for you?
Well, as someone who is like mostly Andorian, like an eighth human,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how to answer that one. How would you present that XenoThreat would be right for me? Is the question at this point. I
Well,
think I'm on the other side of a debate that I'm not allowed to participate in.
well, I think if you perhaps maybe felt a little disenfranchised with the UEE, right? If you felt maybe like the new, what are they called, the Banu? If you felt the inclusion of Wikelo really muddled things up in Stanton, because now what are people doing? Flying burritos around everywhere and hauling carts. Um, and if you are a fan of red and black armor, maybe XenoThreat is right for you.
I'm blue. It kind of clashes.
Red, black, and blue. That's true. It's the black and blue that clash.
Maybe. I'm just kind of curious. So, what is your official stance on, let's say, hybrids?
Do we have hybrids in Star Citizen?
Could possibly be.
No, but do we?
Trying to figure out why Xenothreat is right to an alien human hybrid. I'm just asking. Nothing
Oh, you're making an
personal, I
alien
guess.
joke. Uh, you're calling Chris Roberts cheap.
No,
You're saying he's ripping. Yeah, you're saying he's ripped off Ridley Scott.
no. Anyways, all right. So, look, why is Xenothreat right for anybody? I don't know if Xenothreat is right for anybody. My personal morals do not allow for such an organization to thrive.
How do you feel that XenoThreat's been forgotten? Have
I
you
feel
realized?
that yeah, that's a problem in the game. So if we're going to go back to the game, we're not going to play the the in-universe. We're talking actually about Xenothreat. If we're going to go back to the game, yeah, I think it needs to be more prevalent, especially for a game that seems to want to be politically relevant. They need to start bringing these people back, and they need to start making it an actual problem that people can galvanize against, instead of piddly little factions that don't mean a thing.
You would call the Frontier Fighters piddly little?
Do they
I,
matter? What are they fighting for?
well, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of almost carbon copies, because you have all these like factions and groups, but there's like not much to it. Like they don't like get territory. They don't like, there's no like economy or anything, so they can't like grow more powerful or anything. So it's just kind of like copy paste, put troops here, call them one thing, call them another thing.
Yeah, and there's these dumb twists that there's this little drama story going on when you have an actual threat that has a clear mission, that has a clear stance, and it is not one that is tolerable. It is not one that should be put up with. And it is one that, in times of Star Citizen's past, I mean, they made some bold moves as far as talking about what's right and what's wrong. I mean, you talk about Levski and you're talking about those types of things. But when it comes to Xenothreat, now all of a sudden it's not part of the major storyline. Like, why? Like, bring it back. It needs to be out there. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about how these people are irrational.
Yeah, and especially as you're introducing aliens, I think like it surprises me that we're going to Nyx and there's no Xenothreat. If that's where the Vandal are, there's no Xenothreat in Nyx.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It-
Duke Leto, you're back on the show. Welcome back, buddy.
I'm back. Yeah, apparently our sponsor didn't like some of the things I said, so they took me offline for a little while.
Yeah, I
But
told you, and you got.
I,
I was trying to tell
you
you.
I retract anything that I might have said that would have been perceived incorrectly by our glorious sponsors. Xenothreat, who you're right. I mean, we should see them in Nyx, fighting the good fight, defending pure human blood from Xeno scum.
Pure human blood, huh?
Yep, that's
How's that
Yeah.
correct.
taste?
Yep. All right, Lord Noobs. Anything else you want to say before I bring on our next guest here?
No, I just do want to reiterate that the fact that XenoThreat is a plotline that has been buried for times where it is now very politically relevant is a travesty.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And we also had lots of fun with XenoThreat.
Yep.
Yeah, could they mention bringing that mission back?
Yeah.
The Crusader one, whatever it's called. But they're gonna instance it, which is like, yeah, please instance that.
I'd be more interested in the big dynamic event that we used to have with XenoThreat.
You know,
really-
hold that thought,
I enjoyed
because
that.
I'm with you. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Okay.
I think
I'm holding
I
it.
think I want to
I'm,
get there. Okay.
I'm holding it
All
with
right.
both hands.
Well, we have Echo 6 down there in the caller waiting room. We're gonna pull him on up
Ooh.
here. Haven't seen this guy in a while. Echo 6, open it. Okay, we try that again. Hold on. Echo 6, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. This week's question: why is XenoThreat right for you?
I just don't think they are. I'm not much of a space redneck. You know, I can see how appealing that nostalgia for the old empire and bringing the misers back, but people forget all the bad parts. All the corruption and the waste that goes along with that. So I just don't see how it is for me.
This is a good time to point out that the comments and opinions and feelings of our guests do not reflect those of Open Comms Radio.
Yeah, Open Comms Radio. We should let everyone know, sponsored by XenoThreat.
I mean, you convince me otherwise, but I just don't see the glory of the old empire.
I don't know too much about the old empire. The Mezzers, is that what we're talking about? Was that the glory day that they want to go back to?
I mean, that's what I get from it. They want to go back to that old the old Cold War and hate all the aliens and wave that rebel flag and
Do you think it was a simpler
get in
time?
their space truck and shoot off their guns.
Well, everybody enjoys shooting off guns once in a while. From the back of a space truck, just recklessly into the void. Those space bullets aren't going to stop. They do in game, but in real space, they're not going to stop. And you just pop, 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 pop. And then there's a solar system light years away, and one of those spray, after it's traveled for billions of years, travels through that solar system, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's an alien spaceship," but it's just a laser.
I would just like to preface by saying that the views and opinions expressed by Open Commons Radio do not necessarily represent the views of humanity as a population or a concept as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Thank you. But Echo, what do you think about we used to have XenoThreats in the game so often, and we had that whole Crusader thing, and they looked like they were going to be like, maybe if there's an A big bad and a B big bad, maybe they'd be the B big bad.
No, I could definitely. I'd like to see them more in Pyro. Maybe maybe the freedom or frontier fighters and XenoThreat can get together and hunt down the CFP and headhunters to get.
Do you really think the frontier fighters would align themselves with the XenoThreat?
Common enemy. They may not necessarily get along, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yep. In chat, Black Wicket asks, "Why are we talking about XenoThreat? Is the event coming back? Is it? Supposedly, they mentioned it. They what's the guy who makes the missions? You know the guy who's always on the TV makes the missions.
Yeah, I know
Jens
you're talking about. I
Elliot.
can't remember his name.
Elliot.
That's it.
Elliot. He came on and he said they were bringing it back and they were instancing it. So, but it's going to be brought back in Crusader, which is interesting. I think if we have XenoThreat, that they're going to be like, wouldn't they want to fight Vanduul? But it sounds like they'd rather fight the UEE than the Vanduul.
Oh, Crusader, does that are they does that mean Nine Tails or really XenoThreat in disguise?
I don't know if you count like how we have XenoThreat, Ninetales, Frontier Fighters, Headhunters, CFP. So that's 5 like gangs, right? That's fine. And
CFP's
then
a
you have
gang.
and then the factions or whatever. But then you have the corporations, ArtCorp, Crusader. You know what they fucking are. The other ones, Microtech, Hurston. So right there you have like 9 different groups in the game that you maybe can join, maybe can't join, maybe you'll have reputation with them, maybe you won't. Are they are all these groups like on the same level? Right?
I
Uh,
I hope that we can get individual rep, but it sounds like they were simplifying it where you'd have like what is it, syndicate rep that includes all gangs, not individual gangs. You're gonna have UEE rep. They consolidate it to those major factions or those instead of individual groups.
So then what's the point of these individual groups if we don't have reputation with them?
Lore.
Are they really just cannon fodder?
pretty much, they're a target.
That's kind of sad. In my head, all these groups were like fighting for land or resources. Because do you remember they said like these what are the giant facilities that are on each of the planets? The cargo hubs or whatever that are supposed to like have the big basement and go underground and all that stuff.
Oh, the underground facilities that ended up becoming the distribution centers.
Distribution centers. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Those were supposed to be places where factions would be able to like hold and stuff. Right? Like, oh, this one might be a XenoThreat distribution center, and therefore you can't go near it. And this one may be a so and so and such and such. But if those groups don't have reputation, that doesn't mean anything.
And then there's going to be the fights for the shield system.
What shield? The planetary shield?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They haven't.
you'd have different factions controlling the different planets, and you'd have to collect, shield tokens or whatever to, so the shield could protect your faction's planet that had potentially your player base on it.
Oh, so if Duke were here, he'd say, "Well, this will come with base building."
And Duke would be wrong.
And Duke would be wrong. Well, that's as good as place as any to call up our next guest there, Echo. Echo, is there anything you want to add to the conversation before we pull up our next guest?
Nope.
I can't believe we're already 20 minutes into this episode, actually. That's kind of wild. Okay. Next guest is Cosmic Hobo. Cosmic Hobo, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. Thank you for calling in today. This week's question, why is XenoThreat right for you?
Because I'm human.
Mhm.
They're just good old boys. Looking out for humanity. Not like the corporos are doing that. Those greedy bastards.
Mm-hmm.
They want all that xenotech for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried to do a Wikelo turn-in? You'd know XenoThreat then. You'd love XenoThreat then.
Yeah, dude.
That
Yeah, I
bastard,
agree.
he has all this money. He's got 2 extra
Yeah.
large hangars in a
Yeah.
massive, multiple
Oh,
asteroids.
man.
And that fucker can't get like a proper system for turning shit in? Come on.
Yeah. And he's got
Yeah.
three facilities.
XenoThreat's right.
Well, you heard it here first. Cosmic Hobo, living on the streets, very easily radicalized. Just took a couple trips to Wikelo.
You would be too if you had turning in that stuff.
Do you get to keep your Wikelo stuff now?
You're supposed to.
Have you?
I
Does it
haven't
work?
haven't done it really.
Yeah.
I've done the basic starter missions, but I haven't really. There's a lot of stuff that takes a long time to gather for most of the turn-ins, and it's just one fuck up with the patch LTP database and it's gone. So I'm just like, I don't really want to do that right now. Like I wanted to get one of the Atlas Geo ICTs, and I'm just like, yeah, but then I'm just gonna probably lose it because I wouldn't be paying attention and it will just vanish because you have to specifically save it in a proper way or it will likely vanish between patches. I'm just like, I don't care to do that right now.
Yeah, I feel like there's some of that content that they felt. I don't know. I think when they came out with it, they felt like people would be doing this all the time. But there's not reason to do it because most of the like I don't want 90% of the stuff in there.
I
Which
actually
is
like some of the options. So like I would say I like a good 25% of the stuff in there. But
okay.
like again, my concern is I do all the work, or worse is I'm with the org doing all the work, and I'm like, all right, can I get this and that and this? And then I get a ship only I can use, which doesn't feel great for doing group kind of like a group activity to get the stuff for the ship. And B, knowing my luck, I'll just lose it anyway in a patch. I'm just like, I don't want to have to put us through that because it isn't us. Like at the end of the day, doing these grinds isn't us thing. Like, yeah, sure, most of these things we already do just in our for fun anyway, which is fine. But just feels weird asking for stuff like that with the risk of it just disappearing, and it feels kind of selfish. I don't need any of this stuff at Wikelo. Like, I know some people quote need ships. I don't really. Like, I'm good with what I've got right now. I don't want to put anyone through that,
But also it's supposed
myself
to be a
included.
long grind. Like if this were a stable game and you were playing this for 3 years, over the course of 3 years, you'd maybe get like 2 or 3 or 4 things from Wikelo.
Yeah, and how's the insurance on that gonna work?
On I assume you can't insure everything, and that would be,
Yeah,
reason to. I hope so. I hope you can't insure everything.
I think you'll be able to insure it, but there's the difference between the insurance and the warranty, of course. So that kind of
Oh yeah, they brought
it's
that in. Yeah.
yeah. So you might be able to insure it, but you won't get the warranty for it. So if you lose it, you only what do you get back for that though? Because it do you get the cash value of a Wikelo ship back, which defeats the purpose, I guess. Because like it's a special ship you spent all this time grinding for, and then you lose it. And if you insure it, you're supposed to only get the money back. So do you get a warranty with it? And is it a
No,
timed warranty?
it'll be unique. It'll be completely unique, and you won't be able to warranty or insure or anything. Like that'll be its
Then
value.
the only way that would work then is for the larger ships, which would be recoverable. Like far more so, I'll say, because in theory, we're working with what we've been told is if your ship dies, soft deaths, because the future we won't have necessarily divide between soft and hard death. Everything will be essentially soft death unless it like goes nuclear. So if it dies, soft deaths, you'll be able to salvage it, I guess. But then you'd need a marker for it and a way to transport it, and
What a good deflection from my XenoThreat question.
Yes, excellent.
I sure would like to be able to get the paints and not the whole ship.
At
yeah, some of those
Wikelo,
paints
yeah.
are good. Some of them are made by clearly a retiree. I
Why do
describe
you
them
say?
as the Florida retiree designing a paint.
What?
What? Can you send me a screenshot of one of those?
Yeah,
Not
it's
now,
like
later.
especially that first like tranche of ships, they
Mhm.
all look to me like they were designed which is on character. Like, he is a retiree. Like, I like what they did, breaking my Southern heritage character aside. I like what they did. I do like Wikelow's character, his character design,
Yeah.
his speech patterns. It's all very well done. It's
He's a
just
weirdo.
he's a weirdo. He's an alien. And he is fascinated by humanity, and it's just, honestly, as a human, dude, that's weird.
Have you guys seen Dragon Ball Super, the new seasons?
New seasons? No.
Nobody here?
No.
Echo?
Nope, I never get into Dragon Ball.
Okay.
I mean, I
You're
watched
nerds.
Dragon Ball, but not like.
Well, in the new like series of Dragon Balls, Dragon Ball Super, these came out in like the last 5 or 8 years or whatever. There's a character called Beerus, and he's like this god, and he's gonna destroy Earth. And typically in Dragon Ball, Goku like has to fight the bad guy, and he has to get stronger and this and that. Okay, this god comes. He's the god of destruction. Goku cannot beat him, and so he's gonna destroy the world. But then he decides not to because one of the other characters introduces him to sushi and ice cream and pizza. Right? And so the plot is he's like, I can't destroy this planet because there's so much delicious food here. And I got like a very similar vibe to that with Wikelo when he's asking for like burritos and like all these like weird things. He's just like, what is this? This is amazing, you know? I think, and if you read his things, it's just like, it just gives me a similar vibe.
I do want to interject. You said just a few years ago. That ended 7 years ago.
Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
No.
And it started in 2015, and that was 10 years ago.
Okay, it started in 2015. It did not end 7 years ago. No.
I think he's calling you old.
No. The printed manga maybe, but not the show.
No, the TV series ended in 2018. It only ran 2015 to 2018.
Bro, I'm gonna fact check you so hard after this.
I'm just looking at IMDb.
For a show that's more recent, Resident Alien kind of had a similar plot.
Oh
where
yeah, that's good. That's a good.
You have the alien who comes down, and he finds humanity, and he ends up not killing them because everybody's kind of cool. He actually kind of likes them and ends up growing a soul. But then there's a later part of the season where another alien comes down, and he's like, oh, I know all about these humans. They're not going to be able to turn me. They turned him anyways. They actually didn't try to fight the alien because they knew it was going to happen anyways. So
Alan Tudyk is wonderful.
Yeah, you entice him, honey, and stuff. Well, you guys are making fun of me for not knowing time and old things, so I think it's only fitting that we bring on the oldest man in the universe, Wicket. Wicket, thank you for coming to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show.
Citizens, longtime listener, occasional caller.
Wicket, thank you for joining us on the couch today. You know how the show works. It's a call-in show. Usually I have a co-host here, but my co-host tonight is gone. He's left.
Unreliable.
So I'm winging it here. Unreliable.
I heard his rotting corpse was salvaged for water. It's water content in the deep desert of Arrakis.
Spoiler alert.
It happens.
Wicket, why is XenoThreat right for you?
I have no idea what that question means, but all I can tell you is this. When I hear XenoThreat, I think back a couple years ago when the XenoThreat missions were, and it was glorious. At the time, all aspects of Star Citizen were involved. You had hauling, well, except for mining, which that's its own thing. But you had hauling, you had to have logistics to move stuff around. You had some FPS combat, you had fighter combat, and all these things were just amazing when they worked, of course, But then these knuckleheads, they'd start up the XenoThreat event, and then at the same time, they'd launch a new PTU or some crap, and everything would just go implode. And nothing would work. But when it did work, it was great. It was like some of the most fun I've ever had in Star Citizen. Just having to get into those ships, especially when those missions were brand new and you had to learn how to get into the ships, figure that part out. Then you had to kill the remaining guys on the ship, figure out how to open the door and move the cargo, and all aspects of that mission were great when they worked. And when I saw XenoThreat, that's all I could think about. It's like, man, if they're bringing that back and they can make it work for a change, that would be awesome. Because
You're
those were a
talking
lot
about
of
the
fun.
3.14 space missions.
Well, it was for
right?
me. It was 3.15, 3.16 back in those days. That's when it worked
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome
Siege.
stuff. That was some of the best,
I mean, we had to have
server-wide
teamwork.
emergent missions. Yeah.
We had guys that were all they did was they covered us with their fighters, and there were PvPers there or NPCs, and those guys were covering our ass while we were unloading all the what was this stuff? The blue, the green, and the yellow. I forget the name of the stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one you couldn't warp with, the other one you couldn't jostle too hard. And then
Well, they redid those too in the later patches.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
they used that for other stuff, but just that mission of having those, it was just awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, because you had so many varieties.
And then the Idris would show up, the enemy Idris. It'd come and harass the Jericho station, and you'd have to defend it. Then they'd f off for a while, and then you can go back to hauling all the gear that they needed to restock the Jericho and the ship, the Javelin. And then all of a sudden, finally, you had delivered all your stuff, and then now the Javelin can undock because it's been rearmed and refueled or whatever. And then there was the final battle with the enemy Idris, and the Javelin would come out, and everybody would like team up together. It looks like the whole server would be there, and everybody was fighting this Idris. It was just awesome. That was
Yep.
like peak Star Citizen for me.
Yeah.
When it worked, but my frames are always single digit, so it barely did.
Well, back in the
Get better at
day,
computer.
the first couple times they ran that, it worked it worked pretty good. It really did.
Yeah,
Especially
if
back
you've
in the day
got
when
on
they
a
only had 50 people on a server and stuff. Because that was
Yes,
Do you think maybe that's why they haven't brought it back? Do they need to rescale it to the new server pop?
well, they just need to make their game better so the game scales to that mission.
Okay.
So simple. Thank you, Wicked. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for the
Well,
insights.
I mean, literally, that's what they need to do. I mean,
No,
I'm not
it's-
trying to be facetious or anything. They need to
They just
make
need to make the
their
game work.
gameplay better so it can handle that with the bigger server pop.
Yeah.
I mean, that mission was not that big. That mission was not that complex. I mean, for the time it was, but I mean, it especially the way in most games nowadays, the way the games play in these like multi-tiered missions. Each mission is its own little subset of a mission that you complete until you go on to the next phase. It's it might seem like it's all happening concurrently, but it's not that complex. That seems, and to me anyway. I just think they need to make their game better. And
And their
then,
persistence.
well, yeah. Well, sometimes this was before they had true persistence. Sometimes you'd go back to the mission, and the old exploded containers would be there, but the new containers wouldn't respawn, and then the mission would brick. Do you guys
I
remember that?
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And then there
remember
was,
also flying through a field of bodies, just
and then
everywhere.
then
And
there'd be
invisible
people
asteroids.
there'd be people that would take the mission and just sign up for it and just stand around at the station, catching that
Hey,
rep and catching that
did that a
payday.
couple of times. So yeah.
Well, that's going to happen in phase 3 of the current one.
Yep.
Has phase 3 started?
No.
Tomorrow.
Well, I
Tomorrow?
better finish phase 2.
Are you going to host a thing, Hopo?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, it's a global event, so we'll have to just roll up probably with the Idris for that.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing Fuji will be there.
Yeah. When Kid Oil is available, we'll it's going to be a little different because since it's a global event, we don't have to necessarily. I mean, I don't really. It's going to be full of capital ships anyway, so we might as well show up with our own.
So I think this is Duke. If you recall earlier, I told you to save that. Is this phase 3 mission, this global event? What is this? This is the. Are we collecting something and bringing it somewhere?
Do you mind spoilers?
Well, it goes to, this will air the day it's there, so I'm fine with that.
Spoilers
Alright.
ahead, folks. Spoilers.
Spoilers
Spoilers for
ahead,
tomorrow at
folks.
noon or whatever the release is.
Unbelievable.
You know, I don't need the lore, but the gameplay wise.
Oh yeah, it's space. Like short answer is it's space. It's a global contract. There's patrols and satellites. Once you kill the satellites, then enemy waves will spawn, and then you do that a few times, and then you got to ambush the Polaris.
Okay, so it doesn't have any industrial component to it, any like non-combat component to it.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
that's
again,
not exciting.
that's what was so cool about the XenoThreat mission, right?
Yeah.
Everyone had something to do. Everyone
Yeah.
had something to specialize in, and I had some of the best fun just being a cargo runner. You know, I was in my freelancer. I would just show up, pop the back, it'd get loaded up with whatever, whether I could only use conventional engines or, had to do it in a certain amount of time. I just remember one where I I had whichever one it was where you couldn't quantum, and then someone came out and took out one of my main engines in the freelancer, and I had to limp all the way back, like desperately keeping the ship straight the whole way. And it was just like, yeah, this is cool. Like I'm using all the systems in the game right now, and it's working really well. And that's what they haven't done since. Everything is always just one or the other, right? We had the supply. What was it?
Flyer die. Or
Supply or die, and
Yep.
that was just cargo, just moving lots of boxes.
resource drive.
Um,
Resource drive.
Resource drive.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they relabeled it. Yeah.
And then we've got these, just combat. Like, let's put it all together, CIG. You've got a great game. You've got a lot of systems that can work very well together. They just, I don't
But
know
maybe
if
they
they're,
can't.
yes, I
Maybe
mean,
they
I don't know if they're
technically cannot
afraid or
work.
they can't or,
Yeah, maybe it's like server stuff, or like, as well as the server works, you have to admit that since we've had server meshing or whatever, we haven't had any of those cool like
yeah,
XenoThreat 3.14 missions. We haven't even really had instance missions yet. We haven't had like anything really new. It's basically just been FPS missions,
yep, with a little
right?
story.
With a little
There
story
was
and some
one.
cargo missions that didn't fucking work.
Yeah. There was one really cool mission type that got cut from one of the events. I think it was Fight for Pyro. It was actually one of these things it still was combat focused, but it was multi-domain in the sense that you had to, and here's bringing it back to a location brought up earlier, a distribution center. You had to secure a
A
distribution
what?
center. Yeah. So the mission type was
Duke
cut.
wasn't here for half the show, and he's like, "What did you talk about?"
A distro what?
Distribution center.
You
What
guys
now?
didn't mention that. I don't remember that.
What?
Okay.
Yes. So
Sorry.
I can't remember who it was, took over XenoThreat or Frontier Fighters, one of the bad guy factions, which, yeah, we're going to have bad guy factions.
Mhm.
I know we were talking about that earlier, but at the end of the day, there are going to be factions that are just going to be bad guys. Sorry, XenoThreat, great. Let the money flow. Don't ask where they're getting their money from. That's an interesting lore thing, but anyway, so bad guys have taken over a distribution center. You have to land ground forces and then drive to the distribution center because they have taken control of the anti-air defenses. And you have to hack multiple stations to turn off. By hack, it's you sit and you press a button to sit and the bar goes up. you hack these stations and to take back control of the anti-air defenses. But there's more. There was another factor involved where there were data runners trying to escape with, I don't know, sensitive corporate info or something from the distribution center. So you had to have air support, but they couldn't get close to necessarily do any sort of like CAS or anything like that. They had to kill the escaping data runners and their escorts. So you've got to have a squad up there taking care of the ships escaping while you have ground forces launching the assault simultaneously. I loved that concept. I played it like once or twice on the PTU, and then they were just like, "It's broken, and we'll plan on bringing this back on at a different phase," and then just never did.
And then they just canned distribution centers
And then
altogether. basically.
distribution centers just became. You can still go to bounties there, and there's still some very light delivery missions for those, but they've not in the slightest lived up to their intended.
They're 2
Role.
years of hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
2
Yeah,
citizen
and they were
cats were
cool at
the
first,
distribution
and they
center.
did stuff with them at first, and now nothing.
Nothing. And
Nothing.
it's just huge, cool looking places with lots of potential. And I think, I mean, it's our own fault, right? It's our fault as gamers. I think CIG obviously tends to get a little caught up in chasing the new because they've got to dangle a new shiny.
They don't
Sometimes I feel
anymore,
like they don't.
I don't think
Why
they
not
have to
say?
do that anymore. Is what I'm saying. Like, I know they've done that in the past, but I don't think they have to dangle any new shiny in front of us anymore. I think that those
Ba-
days have
Based on what? I
passed.
mean, they're still dangling new shinies. That's what they do.
Yeah, but they don't have to. That's what I'm saying, is they have to change
But,
their
but, but what do you mean they
strategy.
don't have to? Says who? Says why?
Well, I don't
Where's
consider
the
Nyx
shiny?
like a new shiny. It's not like a new feature or anything. It's not like technically a new thing.
Well, most of this stuff isn't a new system. Like even the distribution centers are not a new feature.
Yeah,
It's just a
fair point.
location. The same thing with Nyx. It's just a new place. Even the ships. Ships are not a new feature. It's just a new shiny.
Interstellar
But
cargo is a new feature, though. That is new.
Yeah, I
Is
want that.
it?
I take back what I
Yeah.
said. Give me
Or I mean,
interstellar cargo.
technically it is. You're technically correct.
It's an evolution of an
Yeah.
already
Although
established
really
system, which
all it
we
is
need.
right. It's just a car letting you move cargo from one location to an even further location.
But when a system isn't even like it doesn't have any planets, right? It doesn't have really anything except for one location, two locations. Like that isn't even I mean, it's not a system. Not yet.
When is a new location a new location? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because I mean, to me, you're just jumping. You're just taking an extra long time to just jump to just what essentially, if it were dropped in the middle of Stanton, would just be just another location. But this one is, I guess. I mean, if they drop 5 more planets into Stanton, it'd be crazy, obviously. But that would be a whole system's worth of stuff. But this is not. This is 2 places. So
I mean, I do kind of like the idea of, they're developing it the same way they did with Stanton. But at the same time, obviously, they did that with Stanton because that was the technological hurdle at the time,
Mhm.
right? Like they were just getting the hand of building out planets and being able to land on them and everything else, and they didn't have the pipeline ready to make these things quickly. And now, apparently they've been working on these tools. We all know the joke from watching, ISCs from back in the day. There's always a new tool, right? It was like every other one you watched, there was a new tool they were developing for Planet Tech and for the artists. So theoretically, they have all these tools. Um,
except
let's pump out the planets.
Except they need to create a new tool every year because they create a new engine or a new feature every year, and that requires new tools that
Mm.
require new tools that will now require a new tool to coordinate the tools to use the tools.
It's a lot of tooling. There's a lot of tooling. I think
Just open comms or tool time.
Huh?
Was that right? That's Tim Allen, right? Was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
one of his things.
Jeez, that's blast from the past. Let's snort some nose powder and talk about tools, I guess.
Did you
Yes.
know that they tried shadow launching a Dave Chappelle show on Tool Time?
What?
Yeah.
Dave, wait,
Was
hold on. You're blowing my mind. First of all, Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle was
Dave
around
Chappelle.
as
Yep.
at the same time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It was relatively early in his comedy / TV career, and this was well before his titular show. But it was going to try. Clearly, it didn't work because Dave Chappelle was and is not exactly the most family-friendly comedian. So his style did not exactly work with ABC, with Disney, for obvious reasons. But they tried him and some other comedian for some sort of sitcom style comedy, and I don't think it even
Did not
lasted a
work.
full season, and they
That's so
canceled it.
strange.
But yeah, they tried shadow launching that on Tool Time. It was an episode of Tool Time. Yeah.
Well, getting back to Star Citizen and
Yep.
to the events. So, looking at some of the things on the horizon, like the the event in Nyx that's been teased with the space station and possibly some big alien capital ships and stuff. Do we think that that is going to be multifaceted in any way, like the old XenoThreat, or is it just going to be another shoot everything in sight type of mission?
I think it's going to be shoot everything on site. Honestly, it's just the only MMO they have, or MO they have in this MMO.
Mhm.
Well, we have evidence that's not true, but in this case, yeah, it's probably.
Probably just going to shoot everything.
Yes.
Until we get more of an idea of how we, the player, are going to be able to support Levski. And that's right now. It looks like that's going to be within the municipal works, the dungeon, I suppose, underneath
Right.
Levski.
How much
How
you
that
want to
will.
bet it's going to be snakes?
On a
Maybe they'll
plane.
introduce, crabs or spidery
Snakes
type
in the
things.
sewer.
Snakes in the sewer, probably.
And Samuel L. Jackson's there's gonna be a cameo.
I
He
am
works for the
sick and
PDF.
tired of these motherfucking snakes. This motherfucking space station. Yeah. No, I agree. It probably will end up being a
That
snake.
would be so amazing.
You should have to run around the station to different toilets.
No,
and
you should have
Pull 'em
you're
out.
like, no,
you
you're
have,
hunting vibrations to try to figure out which toilet the snake's gonna pop out of next.
you have to interact with the character Samuel L. Jackson on the station.
I know we were saying no spoilers, about Star. I mean, we're saying spoilers about Star Citizen, but this is spoilers ruining the entire third act of Squadron 42.
The
Oh
toilet
yeah,
snakes.
Apologies,
yeah,
everyone.
yeah. That's
Sorry.
what's the leaks channel called? What's the leaks Discord?
What did you just say?
WikiLeaks.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Pipeline.
Don't worry about it.
You just spoiled the third act of Squadron 42.
Samuel L. Jackson is in Squadron 42?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a
So
catch.
I just want to turn everyone's attention now. I put it in the chat here in the Open Comms chat. It's a link
Official.
to the Wikipedia article for Dragon Ball Super. What IMDb is not
Yes,
putting
you're
on
old.
are all the Dragon Ball Super movies. The last one was 2022,
Okay,
or
the
2023.
Man, that
movies.
long ago?
All right.
And that counts in the manga world. That counts.
As what?
And what are we talking about? I'm so confused.
This
It's
show.
you guys were all like, "Is it
Did
Dragon
this
Ball
happen
Super
when I
so
wasn't here?
old?" And I'm like, "It's not old."
Last
Jar
week
Jar
it was a
is-
Star Trek show. This week we're going into the Dragon Balls.
And tool time.
And
Jar
tools.
Jar is feeling self-conscious about making a reference that seemed outdated, and therefore is feeling old and
Oh,
wants
okay.
to prove that he is not old by, look, here's something from 3 years ago that I thought just came out last week, because time goes by so quickly for me since I am so old.
Look,
No,
man.
well,
accept
time
it.
goes by
Time
Accept your
belly.
quickly, but
age.
no. It's. I just feel like we owe it to our listeners to give them facts, and when I know we're saying something that is incorrect, I want to make sure that it is corrected. I don't,
Jar Jar, speaking of which, we do have another caller waiting.
Yeah, we got another caller.
Not
All
this
right,
guy.
so
Let him wait a minute. Let him wait a minute, because he's just going to come up here and give us
yeah,
some.
he's gonna derail us.
He's going to go choo crazy on
Oh,
us and give us nothing but train talk.
locomotive humor.
Yeah, well,
I can't believe it.
for
Yeah,
those
it's
of you
a boost.
listening,
Yep.
if you've gotten this far, you probably understand how the show works. It's a call-in show. Anyone could call in. We usually have the same dozen or so people who call in every once in a while. But if you do want to join, you can join us on the Discord. That'd be cool. You can watch us on the YouTube and on the Spotify, and you can give us a little like, you can give us a little follow, you can give us a little subscribe.
Hold.
If you also watch Dragon Ball and you want to put in the comments how wrong everyone
Hold.
else is about
Hold.
Dragon Ball Super,
Hold.
you could do that as well. Yes, Wicket.
Hold. Okay, listen. Everybody knows how the show works. You just call in and talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about.
Wait, I thought we were going to listen to the train conductor now.
Oh my god!
If you want
Is
to
Ringo
talk to
Starr
Jar
joining
Jar,
us? Is Ringo
Move
Starr?
down the couch, folks. Move on down. Everyone scooch.
Yeah,
Scooch.
the couch, it gets bigger as the show goes on. Everyone can move down the couch, and now I can bring on our next guest onto the couch, someone who will bring us right back to the rails. I know it to be true. It is Murphy Jack. Murphy Jack, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show.
That's the
Good
question.
evening. Yeah,
Uh,
ask me the question.
well, jeez, God.
Oh, eager beaver, huh?
Why is XenoThreat right for you?
Well, they're now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they the ones that are supposed to be in charge of Ruin Station?
No.
That
I don't know.
retconned.
Okay, so
So they really did get
so
rid
no
of
longer they're no
Right.
longer in charge there.
They got fired.
It got retconned that now Rough and Ready now controls like all the stations in Pyro now.
All right. Well, moving on. We know we know that we're going to Nyx, right? We're gonna
Nyx.
have the Van Duel there. Are we gonna? Is it gonna be like the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
From what
Are
I've
we
gathered,
gonna be
the
the
answer
enemy
is
of my enemy is my friend. Yeah.
it's going to be the enemy of my enemy is my enemy because it's all enemies all the way down.
So we're not gonna see like us standing side by side with XenoThreat fighting the Van Duel.
Doubtful?
Very
It's
doubtful.
possible. It's possible, though.
Do you want to stand side by side with the Space Clan?
I
just-
mean,
Think about it like, if the Van Duels what brings everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
We're all of us versus the Van Duel, and it's like think like the possibilities like lining up CFP and headhunters and frontier fighters who are they're probably gonna end up being the saviors. But,
I
like-
saw this
Where
happen.
are
It was
you?
called
Thank you.
World War II, and
Hold
someone
on.
eventually decided to turn on everybody else.
No, the kids don't know World War II anymore. It's the endgame moment.
I was going to say, Murphy's
yes.
pushing that endgame moment, you
Yeah.
know?
The
On your
Operation
my
left.
reference was
Pitchfork is
old.
now going to be Star Citizen's endgame moment.
It's going to
They
be
were
on your
all the
left, and
gangs
it's
are
going to be
friends.
a bunch of Xeno guys, and it's possible. I mean, I'd rather stand side by side with a Xeno than get my face eaten by a Van Duel or something, I guess.
Are you saying aliens eat people's faces? Is that what we do?
I don't know why you said we there, but possibly.
Thanks.
I just think of the moment in Star Trek: The Next Generation where
Oh no.
the
Bring it. Yes.
Klingons are the Klingons, the Civil War, Klingon Civil War, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
they have,
all
like,
fighting,
all the
but
time.
then they all
Yeah.
go into the bar and they're all like, yeah, they're enemies.
Yep.
Like, wouldn't that
Oh, yeah.
be interesting?
That's
wouldn't
when That would
Yeah,
be
well,
interesting.
once you go in the bar, like like, yeah, I just shot at that guy last week. Okay, cool, whatever. But yeah, I mean that they see battle differently. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But
So
I
it's more
mean,
like the scene towards the end of DS9 when the Cardassians change sides, right? They all thought the Cardassians were bad, and then they turn and they start blowing up the Jem'Hadar.
yeah, because once you embolden the population enough to know that the authoritarian regime does not have to keep a hold on you, you can start fighting for freedom. A lot of Cardassians held that sympathy.
I think
Adult Mandalorian.
I think we're all missing the bigger picture here, and I haven't been able to figure it out yet. I don't know if art, or first of all, can we even say Star Citizen is art? I guess in some level, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, of course it
And
is.
and
that's
then
an
and,
insult,
and
honestly.
then we have to take it a step further. Is art imitating life, or is life imitating art? Are we all going to become a new kind of space ice agent, and we're now having to go after the Xenos, the aliens,
Mhm.
or are we going to be, you know, maybe protecting them? I don't know, but it seems like it's a little on the nose, if you get my meaning.
Well, hopefully you can make the decision. But in CIG's defense, 3.14 was like 2020, and they had XenoThreat back then.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
So
and not to mention
So
these types of organizations pop up throughout history. This is
yeah,
not a new thing. It
Mhm.
is a recurring cycle, and this is just something that you know um, needs to be explored, needs to be talked a little bit more, and needs to have more examples so people get the point. Because sometimes you see it one story one way, you can rationalize it away and say, well, those were aliens, those were actual aliens, or whatever. But if you keep seeing it and you keep seeing the moral of the story being, yeah, people who persecute others just because they're different are fucking dicks and they will never be on the right side of history. I mean,
So
it's
maybe what we
relevant just
need
because,
is good aliens, right?
Well,
CIG
Wikelo
needs
is
to let
we
not
us.
have
helping
good
with
Oh,
that.
aliens.
no, yeah, don't mention. Yeah, not Wikelo. I'm saying we
He's
need some other ways to interact with non-humans in the game. We've got the Tavaran, right, who are
Yes.
part
we
of
don't
the
though.
Empire now. No, that's what I'm saying. So we've got them as
Right.
an option. We need to see them. We need to be able to, have some tense but generally peaceful interactions with the Xi'an and some Banu who aren't complete inept
weirdos.
morons like Wicklow.
Well, in this, when we did the mission, and you get the Vandal, when we find the Vandal, the first instance where you see a Vandal in Star Citizen, it's not attacking you,
it's
right?
dead, isn't it?
It's dead. It's on what's
It's
basically an
deadish.
autopsy table. Its
Hmm.
chest is ripped open, and it has what is
It's a victim.
obviously a horrific experiment being done on it. So when I saw that for the first time, I was like, oh shit, like, I mean, are the Vandal really evil? Or are we all being propagandized into the
Well,
Vandal are
we
evil?
we we don't really know what was going on in that lab. They may have been trying to fix them up and got interrupted.
Yeah,
That's fair.
They were
We
just
busted the door in. Yeah,
Well,
they,
Dr.
they were just
Chorit
they were just trying to put
was
all those little pieces
Dr.
back in.
Seuss was neat. It was elbow deep inside of that Van Duel trying to fix his heart. And next thing you know, a
clearly.
bunch of these Star Citizens come barging in, kill Dr. Seuss, and now we got this guy on the slab, and everybody thinks he's been brutally assaulted. When
Right,
actually,
right.
the Grinch was
And we,
trying to fix his brother.
and we don't know what we're doing. We just go up to the top and press some button that zaps his body with radiation.
Unbelievable.
well,
Talk
if you think
about
about it,
We
talk
did it.
about
Mission accomplished.
talk about xenophobic. Jeez.
I mean, if you think about it, like we encounter them, we steal their technology to regen, you know. But what
Borrowed it, but okay.
exactly? What did we? Because that's the thing. What if that's something that's not necessarily technology for them, but that's more of a natural ability, and we're like co-opting and
Or
scrambling
what
their
if it is
technology to
technology,
do
but
it?
at this point it's been integrated into their culture as like their religion,
Well, there's that,
Th-
you
right?
know.
There's
What if they
actually
think
some lore to this, but
I could
It's
see that.
spoilers.
Well, it's not spoilers.
It is.
If it's available for everyone, if it's not listed in a leaks channel, then I guess it's not
Yeah.
spoilers.
I'd
it's not
spoilers
spoilers
if you
for me.
want to actually do the quests and like read the
All
logs
right,
and
all right.
listen to
So
them,
maybe
because that's where this comes from.
maybe we should establish a point of time where that can be talked about then in the future. I know in some places they have like a a week after the episode kind of thing, or longer. So what would we want to establish?
Where are
at
you
this-
seeing these spoilers? Was this in the latest the Frontier Fighters
This
pads
is a
or
lot of this is from the Onyx facilities. You just have to read a lot of the side stuff,
right?
pick up pads, listen to the logs.
It's on the tablets.
See, I don't get to do that because I'm usually just desperately running trying to keep up with Murphy.
Yeah,
Well, we're all doing that.
Well,
So I don't get lost and murdered in the depths of the facility.
That's true,
Gotta,
Murphy. I
you
mean,
gotta
Yeah,
stop
you're
and
too
I gotta
smell
fast.
the
slow down.
tablets.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
gotta
I
slow
gotta
down,
slow
man.
down.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
put those medium and heavy legs back on.
Usually I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on, oh look, I found a pad, and then all of a sudden Murphy's like 2 levels away from me, and I have to run.
What do you mean they're already
Getting
back on
getting
the
shot.
ship and the Fuji's taking off?
Yeah, they
Uh,
flow
you're-
back
you're-
to
Take
orbit.
the hint, man.
Yeah, Echo 6. You haven't spoken much in a while. We've said a lot of kind of blasphemous things about XenoThreat. Anything you want to add to this here?
I really would like to see the Tavarin. They apparently serve on
Yeah, that's my
every
favorite.
UE ship, so I'd love to see them.
In
Yeah.
They
what
serve on every.
capacity, like as serving? Like there's a lot of dark history with the Tavaran too. That comes with lore. It's mostly
I love theirs. It's so interesting.
yeah, it's cool. It's very cool, but humanity kind of, well, it's just a teensy bit of genocide. But it's
They're not serving as cooks. They're
Weapon
pilots and
specialists and stuff.
yeah.
yeah. They fit
You
in
know,
our
the whole
ship.
idea of a culture, right, who, when two sides go to war and one wins, the losers basically abandon their culture and, adapt themselves to the winners. And obviously,
Yeah.
when they were a single species in their system, that was fine because they were still all Tavaran and they maintained their culture. And it's an interesting, tragic side effect of their unique cultural view that once they lost to the UEE, they were like, all right, well, screw being Tavaran. We're just going to go try and be humans.
Oh, in the lore,
Is this-
there's a second xenophobic hate group after XenoThreat.
Well, there's never a shortage.
That's true.
Is this the same Tavarin, the great authors of the New York Times best-selling book How to Serve Man?
I
The
don't think so.
multi-volume cookbook.
Right.
Oh shit, dude. All right. Well, who's got a multi-volume cookbook are the headhunters, and I did post pretty recently that headhunters are cannibals, and
How do we know that?
Really?
because they eat people.
Do
But
they?
how do we know that?
We've seen like organ farms from them, right?
Yeah, they have corpses hanging up on meat hooks in their villages.
Yeah, but that's just to make a statement.
It's a
In their
fashion
They're not-
village?
Are they eating
I
them?
mean, look, are these actually people? I mean, it's all 3D printed.
So you're saying it's just what you call it, fake meat?
Well, I mean, like, so
Lab
you already
grown.
have like a body printer, right? Like you have your med bed, right? But you can't print a cow in a med bed, but you make do. So you just print
That's
out the
dark.
parts you need, and you make them into jerky by hanging them out, things like that. Yeah, it's just
That's-
practical.
That is
It's
dark.
practical. What?
That's
It's efficient.
Well,
Yeah.
while we're talking about cloning, I do have actually some
Protein.
cloning news, kind of related here. Tom Brady cloned his dog, the football player. Did you guys
Is
hear
this
about
for real?
This is real talk. This is
It-
happened.
so that he could eat it.
It happened like 10 years ago, right?
No. He cloned his dog like recently, I think.
And he
And
brought him
Cloned
back
his dog.
as a puppy, and
being facetious, but it was recent. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a dog. I guess it says here named Lua, and who died in 2023, and then they cloned it, and its name is Junie. And I heard cloning a dog is about $25,000.
It's nothing for him.
well,
It's
it's
fun to
cheaper than
make
getting
your
I was
space.
another
gonna say
ex-wife.
it's not that bad.
You could fund a makerspace for a year that would like give kids get STEM training and lead them on to great careers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but or you could get your favorite dog back.
Yeah, what's more important? I mean,
It's
come
Okay,
on,
not. Is it the
priorities.
same dog though?
There's some conflict of
Not.
interest
It's
because
not
he's
even
an
the same
investor
That's
dog.
in
the
the
question,
company.
man.
Not even the
Not
Not the
same
same
dog.
dog. We're not
Listen,
even talking about Vandal technology
he
to transfer the dog's
Dog of
consciousness.
Theseus?
Tom Brady made a choice. He's already been through the ringer with the ex-wife. I mean, she probably
Mhm.
took him for everything he's worth.
She didn't
So
need
She was
his money,
hot
man.
though. She was good
that
looking.
He
that
got a
dog,
designer dog.
he got himself his dog that loved him through all the turbulence of his ex-wife and their marriage, and that's keeping him sane,
He's
man.
got a genetically similar dog, but there's still genetic drift. And it's still passed through like invertebrate fertilization. I mean, it's just a different dog. It's just genetically similar.
Wow.
And he hits this one less, so that probably affects it mentally
Oh,
as well.
But I mean, it costs a lot.
that's also dark. We're going to a lot of dark spaces tonight.
25,000 for him is like money well spent on a companion, because all of his others are probably costing him millions.
I don't
All
think
right.
Tom Brady has to pay for companions these days.
Well, no, but you get married and then you lose her. She's gonna want to get paid before she goes.
You know she made like literally like 100 times as much money as him.
I don't think he
No,
made
what?
not
Yeah,
not
she
Tom
did.
Oh yeah,
Brady. No,
yeah. She made
Yeah, she did.
way more money than him.
She
Her net
made
worth, way more.
then he got money from her.
Yeah.
Who had to pay who?
No, I don't think anyone paid anybody in their case.
I
Yeah,
gotta look
Jesus.
this up. I
She's
don't
worth
believe it.
$400 million.
Yeah, but I think he's worth more than that. He's a
no.
Irish
he's a
citizen,
seven-time
college
Super
coach.
Bowl champion.
no,
You're right,
He's a
he's
dude.
goat.
worth.
He's only worth 300 million.
Yeah.
She's worth more than him, net worth wise.
Yup.
Plus, I mean, look at her.
Yeah, she's a model.
That's awesome. Good for them. I'm happy. I'm happy for them both.
But does she own
able
a professional football team? No.
She
to-
could.
My question
I
is, how
think
did she get $400 million?
By
I
being
think the real
model.
question is, do you think she plays Star Citizen? And if she does, what is her favorite ship?
Oh, she's an Origin girl for sure.
I was gonna say Origin, yeah.
Wow.
Drake.
Origin.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's in with the 890 jump. What's the biggest
He'd be
Origin ship?
Drake and
You
she'd be
think?
Origin.
No, Tom Brady's
No.
also
See,
Origin.
no, I think it's the other way around. I think she's Drake and he's Origin.
Where are you getting these ideas from?
From Logic. Where are you getting yours?
They're very obviously both Origin people.
No. She's got she has Origin looks, but a Drake soul, you know?
Yeah.
So
And I'll tell you why. You don't get $400 million being a model without having a Drake soul.
she got
Exactly.
her net
She
worth
knows
is
what she's
more.
doing.
Her
Yeah.
net worth is more because she got half of Tom Brady's money.
No.
She had that
did.
money before then.
Oh no,
Yep.
I see
It
it.
was
Yeah.
supposedly.
I'm reading between the lines. I make my own
Oh, that's
reality.
fair.
Why don't you
Yeah, I
read?
don't know how to do
You
that.
make your own reality.
Reject your reality and insert my own.
At least you're honest about it.
Listen, I know what's going on here.
Before the divorce, her net worth was about 400 million.
And after 600.
Still 400 million. This is such a weird thing that we're talking about here.
Yeah, no. People like that don't get married
Listen.
without prenups. Come on.
Listen, there's
Yeah.
certain things that
Ridiculous.
are important that need to be discussed on the space couch, okay?
Yeah, and
This
you
could
know,
have
right after an
dramatic
hour,
impact on our space game at some point.
it's irrelevant because after an hour, you have like only 5 to 7% of people listen.
Oh,
Yeah. Is that
if
bad?
you want, you could say anything you want right now. If there was some type or some group that upsets you, you could voice that now safely. If there was a specific
Fascists.
person that you wanted to, I don't know, like say some secret that you know about, this would be the time.
So when Jar Jar was out here in LA, um, I drove him home, and I just want to tell you that he has really, really, really good um. Hey Jar Jar, you okay with this?
No, I don't know what you're gonna say, but
No.
definitely
We're all
not.
like, I don't know. This is an interesting case of creative
I
writing
don't know
here.
what the fuck. Muscles?
Muscles, leg muscles. He does have nice leg muscles.
You can
Really,
say
really good perspective on Mexican food. There you go.
Hmm.
He
Oh,
did
yeah.
take me to a
Yeah.
really good
Yeah.
taco place.
So the
Thank you.
British don't apparently eat Brussels sprouts outside of Christmas.
Right.
I know,
It's
right?
true. They were so weirded out by our Brussels sprouts. They're like, Brussels sprouts at a barbecue?
Oh my god.
Brussels sprouts? You're talking about the little cabbage-looking things?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. I
Wicked
always
has
get
to
those
have
confused with broccoli.
How?
So you can imagine my confusion every time
Wicked,
Broccoli Rob's name comes
Well,
up. I
what?
Yeah.
think of his head
Wicked
like
only sees
looking.
Hold
vegetables on
on. The,
TV.
the
I think
shapes
like
are
Wicked, tell
very
us you don't eat
different.
vegetables.
I
What
One's a
vegetables do you
know.
eat
tree, one's a
vegetables?
tiny cabbage.
Listen. I'm a foreigner. Some things you just have to give
You're
me some
not. You can't
leeway.
play that
I'm a
anymore.
foreigner in deep
I'm a
southern
foreigner. I
accent.
don't
Right?
understand these.
I think,
I'm from the south of Germany.
yeah, but you've lived here longer than the rest of us have been alive.
Listen, stop being so ageist.
Listen,
That's not what we're
American
doing. That's not what we're
through
doing.
and through, which is like you belong here.
All
That's
right,
what we're saying.
let's share some more embarrassing things. What else we got?
Well, no, but real talk. Back to that. I do have really good taste in Mexican food.
He does.
I stand by that. Yeah.
He
Well,
does.
okay. If that's the case, I have one question.
Yeah.
Chipotle, yes or no?
No, not at these
Okay.
No.
prices.
Oh,
Right?
hell
Forget
no.
the
Yeah.
listen,
Oh, yeah.
When
stop.
Chipotle was like $6 a bowl.
Stop. Forget
Yep.
the price. Just yes or no Chipotle. The food,
No.
No.
okay.
No.
So I'm not wrong because I had not had Chipotle until like 4 or 5 weeks ago for the very first time. And I
What?
It's
thought it was
pronounced chipotle.
disgusting. I thought it was disgusting.
It
Need,
used to be
need to go
better
to Southern
when,
California, get some Robertos.
yeah, I mean, there obviously well, something like that. But I used to travel for work a lot, and chipotle was like a go-to for me because it was inexpensive, and
Yeah.
like relatively healthy in terms of fast food, and obviously you knew what you were getting. Um, but it's definitely gone downhill since then.
Way down.
I don't know if
I
they have this.
mean, they've been involved in a lot of food poisoning incidents, so I don't know if the healthy part is there, and you know what you're getting.
Well, that comes down to the food, what the food is, and how it's prepared. I mean, you've got people paid fast food worker wages with the same type of training and general expectations, but then they're making like they're cooking actual food.
Yeah,
Do you know
but
what
I
I mean?
mean,
Like they're
Yeah, and
so that I
Chipotle
mean
has
the
that
price.
everywhere.
I mean
Chipotle.
that's
Look,
why
man.
they had so many food poisoning situations, and the food poisoning mostly came from just the lettuce. That's just one
They
of
can't
Yeah,
those.
let's
top
not even go
Jimmy
there.
John's though.
And
Like,
that's why Wicked doesn't eat vegetables.
They eat
But
vegetables.
there's plenty of restaurants who serve the exact same stuff that never have these issues all over the place. Family-owned places. I mean, I'm in Southern California, so I'm in LA, and I mean, like, there's plenty of restaurants that serve Chipotle-like food and do not have the health issues that
Yeah,
Chipotle
and
does.
Sure.
you can get
Well, yeah,
good torta
but that's the
anywhere over
difference
there.
between like
That's a whole different thing.
a massive what you call it, not a
Corporation like Microtech.
corporation trying to do the same things as a local restaurant.
The
Right.
Hershey,
The hard thing is the consistency. I'm not defending Chipotle. I'm just saying, like, yeah, like these are the things you have to think about. Like that's why they
Well,
run
sounds
into a
like
lot
you're
of those
defending
problems.
Chipotle.
it
What
Oh
about
sounds
my
like
Mo?
you're a
God,
hardcore
I
Chipotle.
haven't eaten at a Chipotle in about 8 years now, I think.
Yeah. Well, going back to my price point, it's like $20 to get anything at Chipotle.
Well, the same thing with fucking McDonald's.
I
Which
know, and I took you to
I
that fantastic taco place,
And it
and it
was
was
so
like,
good, man.
and we had like duck tacos.
Yeah.
And
And we
dude,
chilled out and we
I
held
gotta
hands
figure out that
across the
taco place.
table.
Duck
It was
I'll take
taco.
you, Obo.
nice.
That sounds like
Okay.
some bougie
Duck
nonsense.
taco.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
love
Bobo,
like,
you haven't been there?
and
Oh,
it's like
it's
a
I haven't-
very
$6
bougie.
taco,
It was
but
very
it
bougie.
was
Oh.
not bougie.
What was the first thing I said to you when I got to your place? I was like, "Oh, nice neighborhood." Except for all these fucking white people and their dogs.
Oh, that's my neighborhood. That's my area.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
white people and their
Right.
dog central.
Jar Jar's
It-
wife
it-
was like, "What?"
Do you feel like you entered into a different reality?
No. Do you know where I live? Shit.
Earth X.
No, he lives also among white people and dogs.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
I mean, we got a lot. We got a lot of the Portuguese. So
Well, is XenoThreat right for you? This week's deep dive into XenoThreat is Stanton's biggest threat. Dude, we gotta do that ad
involved.
one more time before we end.
We gotta do one. We gotta make them sit through that one more time.
Yeah, we're gonna do it one more time, but we have to do it really fast, okay?
I'm not ready.
Really,
Well,
really,
they-
really ridiculously fast.
I'm not ready. I can't even find it. Where'd it
They
go?
paid for it twice.
Where'd it go?
Like Eminem fast.
All right, I
Citizens
found
of
it.
the UEE, workers of the Megacorps, you who are forced to smile while alien diplomats sign away your future, we know you are listening. The so-called empire would have you believe that obedience is safety, that alien treaties and your spineless corporate rulers will protect you. But look around. Human lives traded for profit, human worlds surrendered for Xeno influence, human spirit forgotten.
XenoThreat. We are XenoThreat. XenoThreat does not kneel to aliens. XenoThreat does not sell our souls to corporations. XenoThreat does not ask permission from the Imperator to defend what is ours. We are calling for those who still feel fire in their blood. Pilots, engineers, haulers, gunners, medics, anyone who still believes in pure humanity.
Stand with
Stand with
humanity.
humanity. Stand with
Stand with
XenoThreat.
XenoThreat. Join us in Pyro. Help us take back what was stolen: profits, dignity, and the right to decide our own fate. XenoThreat will give you purpose. XenoThreat will give you training. XenoThreat will give you a home among those who refuse to surrender.
Join XenoThreat today and use the promo code OpenComms and you'll receive 4 bottles of Sterogen Microsupplement powder absolutely free.
Duke, did you say 4 bottles of Sterogen Microsupplement powder?
That's an entire month of pure human-made Sterogen Microsupplement powder absolutely free when you sign up to defend humanity from Xeno influence.
Stand with humanity.
Humanity.
Stand with XenoThreat. Use the promo code OpenComms when signing up in the link below to receive an entire month of life-changing Sterogen Microsupplement powder absolutely free.
How much longer is this ad going?
Hold on. Sterogen Microsupplement powder may cause increased aggression, mood swings, liver
They're
damage,
gonna go
offensive
fast.
bigotry, hot flashes, cold flashes, sweats, diarrhea, swole ass muscles, and trouble sleeping. Sterogen Microsupplement powder is not legal in the UEE, but who cares anyway since the UEE is not a valid government?
Stand with
Stand with
humanity.
humanity.
Stand with
Stand with
XenoThreat.
XenoThreat. Whew, there we go. Man, I can feel the money rolling in
God.
already.
Since that was interrupted, you should have to redo it again one more time. Just
No. That
I
was
hope
No,
good.
we're
they're
good.
really paying well for this.
That was good. That took a lot of time.
I remember back in the good old days when we all just loved Cruise Lux.
Well, they dropped us because someone said something.
Some things that they
Yeah,
didn't
someone
like.
kept saying, "Oh no, it doesn't have any slam in it. It doesn't have any slam in it." And then we're like trying to reiterate, "Yes, it does. Yes, it does." Oh no, it doesn't have any. And all of a sudden, consumer confidence in the brand just fell because they were expecting slam, and maybe they're just not feeling it enough. Maybe they're just
Yeah.
tolerance high. They just need to drink more. It would have been fine, but no, the rumors. Oh no, it doesn't have any in it.
Listen,
The
listeners.
laughter company.
Listeners. Come
If you're
close.
still
Come
listening.
close. I don't want to have to yell about this. If you're still listening and you're confused, Cruise Lux is a delicious Dayglow yellow-green drink. It's got electrolytes, got artificial sweeteners that's just right for you. It has
Tell the
no
truth.
slam in it,
Well,
and it's delicious, and
That's it.
We're never
We're
getting
never getting
that.
the sponsorship back.
Yeah.
it'll cure
know?
your hunger and your thirst all in one
Gee.
fell swoop. And the other great thing is if you put it in your hand and you ever see this guy Anubis, throw it at him.
Whatever's in your hand, take it out of your hand. Put it away.
And then store your helmet. And then make sure you're in an atmosphere. Put it back on in case you're not. And then go to a place that has atmosphere.
That was too many
Unbelievable.
steps. I'm already dead.
Well,
Yeah.
this is
All right,
supposed
all
to be-
right,
Well,
all right.
yeah.
Look, guys, is coming that time that we end the show. I mean, we could
Say
go
it
for
ain't
another
so.
40
Oh, well,
minutes.
Say it
I
ain't
thought this
so.
was open comms.
Say it ain't
I'm
so.
just-
It's
No,
closing.
it's
Are you
comms.
closing the
Can-
comms?
We got to close the comms.
Did we
Alright,
ever
look.
hear back from the fire extinguisher makers if we're going to be able to use those in space?
Fire
We
extinguisher.
didn't.
They did.
We
They
did
did.
not. We did. Did they?
Yeah.
I don't think we
Yeah.
did.
Remember? Jens Flores was commenting on it that they were working on the physicalization of CO2
Listen,
particles,
this Jens
and that
Fleurs,
once they get that they have the inertial force that they're able to do, and they're looking at a timeline of somewhere around 2029.
listen, I looked up this Jens Fleurs on the org chart for
Flores.
Cloud Imperium.
Who's
Jens,
Probably
this
typed it wrong.
Floranzo
you know-
guy?
you know what his title is? Dreamer.
It's just his
Dreamer.
LinkedIn profile.
All
Everyone
right,
has
so
that.
look,
Yeah.
before we
That
end
was a
the
wonderful
show,
punchline.
I want to. There's like a few comments that I just wanted to let you guys know that we've got a few comments from some listeners, and I want to read them out to you guys because I think you would all appreciate some of these. So the first
Oh,
one
God.
from last episode from Furious Imp is, dude, how is this not the highest viewed SC podcast? Well, Furious Imp, let me tell you something.
You're pretty self-aware about this one.
we kind of got this pinned down. We figured it out.
Yeah. Thank you for your support, but I mean, anyone want to say anything to Furious Imp?
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
You.
Okay, thank you.
Jesus.
Why so furious? I guess would be the next thing to say.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Tell your
So,
friends about the couch and come join us some night. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, but also we're not for everybody.
What's the worst that can happen besides disappointment?
And that's why we're so good, because we're not for everybody. We're not watered down. It's raw, unfiltered.
We're not
open
censored.
comms. It's
Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah.
And most of
You
these
never know
guys
what you're
don't
gonna
know
get.
what the hell they're talking about, so it's fine.
Right, and XenoThreat is great. Calling this is from Underdog SMO 3 days ago, so we're getting closer. Calling an overly authoritarian group of frontier fighters the Freedom Fighters is something. LOL. The headhunters are smugglers. They do not, in fact, eat people.
There we go.
Echo,
All right. We
you
heard
want
it
to
here
respond to
first.
that one?
Just agree to disagree. Then.
We have visual evidence.
I think I've established that they do not, in fact, eat people. They just print out the parts they need to eat. It's not a person. It's just
What?
a piece.
Well, wouldn't you just want to print out the meat itself? Like, just cut out
What's the fun in
the
that?
extra
Right,
stuff?
the parts.
What's
And
the
you
fun in
There's
that?
like,
wait a
there's
minute.
like there's like one guy in your group that's constantly printing out dicks to eat or something, and everyone's like, dude,
Like-
you know,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you can
well,
just,
vulture,
you know,
can
you
the
can just
vulture-
program
wait a minute.
steak.
It's
Can the
like
vulture
a
print meat
dried
now?
sausage. The
That
vulture.
would be
vulture
good.
print
The
meat?
the vulture should print meat.
Little
If you-
bite-sized
if-
spam cans?
More like if you roll up on somebody in a Cuddy Red who's running a food truck out of the back. You got some questions to ask.
All right.
This next one's targeted at a very specific member of the couch here. I won't say who, but maybe you can figure it out. At JDodds1612 writes, calling yourself hobo, then acting too good for the shiv? You need to a new moniker, because hobo is exactly what the shiv embodies.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Damn, shots fired, broadside.
right, direct call out.
Fake ass
Pass.
aesthetic.
He's in the
Pass.
ship. He just keeps the door open and it goes right
Okay.
through.
All right, he passed. He passed it.
Pass.
Yeah, he passed. He passed. Here's a
I don't
one
want to
from
get us banned.
Oh, well, I mean, how? Banned from what?
I said open comms, man.
Yes, open comms. You have the protected by the openness.
At Colby Wan Shinobi writes, I agree. The Shiv is the best bang for buck daily driver in the game right now. It's everything the Cuddy Black should be. I'm loving it. Once they nerf the maneuverability, which is inevitable in my opinion, then it will go into the junk pile of all the rest of the mediocre ships in the game. Aesthetically, the only fail is the stupid bucket thing. Everything else is actually pretty cool and well done. The weird Scooby Doo flower power skin is actually great too. Well, Colby
Scooby-Doo.
Wan Shinobi, couldn't disagree more. With
Toilets.
the bucket thing, that's pretty on par.
I normally like that people want to participate with us and like to make comments, but in this one, completely off the mark. The bucket is the best part of the Shiv, and to say that it's garbage and ruins the whole, just turn off whatever Spotify. I don't know what you're listening. Just off. Go. We don't need you.
The bucket is stupid.
Unbelievable.
I don't want my ship full with floating shit.
I totally agree with that. The bucket is
No,
nonsense.
there's a gravity field.
It would be applicable for the ship.
Yeah. But considering you get knocked over every time, your pilot pulls a couple extra G's, that bucket of frothy human waste is going to be all over the place.
Duke, to that, I have one word. Immersion.
Well, yeah, you're going to be immersing yourself in it.
You're going to be immersed real good.
Yep. Good choice. Good choice of words.
Unbelievable.
Any more, Jar Jar?
Yeah, I got a couple more for you. One is from Meme Dog 27.
Oof.
This
That
piece
guy?
of garbage writes,
Right.
How dare those level designers not work on engineering?
Yeah. How dare they?
How dare they?
That's it. Full
That
stop.
makes sense
We
to me.
all agree.
And then Wolf, last one. Then Wolf 1916. What about Bounty Hunting 2.0? What about the Banu
Ooh.
Merchantman? A
Mhm.
lot of what about and where is it? And even got a bin full of why does this not work? Like elevators, doors, hangars, inventories. It's an alpha for a reason, in quotations. It's not an excuse. It's an insult.
Oh, it sounds like one of our regular.
It sounds like someone who plays Star Citizen.
So Bounty Hunting 2.0, they kind of like dropped off the ball once the
Oh, we're not
Mandalorian
looking
no
for
longer
real answers
popular.
here, Anubis. This is
This
is just an opportunity to share our feelings about
Anubis is breaking out
the
his
mutual
notebook.
abuse that we all share.
They
Okay,
just wanted to ride that Disney Plus shit.
yeah, someone's just looking for a hug. That's all this is.
Mm.
This is a
Well,
case
this
of
show is a hug.
fuck you, Star Citizen. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Or in an hour once you've eaten, and you're like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'll find it this time. And then you get shot. And then you scream at the guy in global.
Yeah, that's where I get a lot of my anger. All right. Well, this is the end of the show. We're not going to take it to the 2-hour mark. We're not going to do a double show. We're going to end it right here today. We're going to end the show the way I end every show. We go reverse order on the couch. Duke, put your pants back on. Murphy Jack.
Way ahead of
Anything
you.
you want to say to Chris Roberts, Star Citizen, or the people on the internet?
Oh, Chris Roberts, you're not the only one that's got scope creep.
Ooh.
What is that about?
Was that like a sniper threat or something? Like he's creeping up with his scope?
Yeah, can we stop threatening the CIG devs? It's been a few episodes now.
Scope creep.
Scope creep.
The scope of the project, not an actual.
All right.
I get it. Okay.
But it sounds more funny if it was ominous. So go for the joke.
No, it's too late.
Who was next? Wicket. Anything you want to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
I've got lots to say, but who's got the time or the energy anymore? All I can tell you is that My disappointment is running
Kids,
very,
eat your
very
vitamins,
deep.
get lots of exercise.
He did get introduced as the oldest Star Citizen, so
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, it
I
fits.
am not. I'm nowhere near the oldest Star Citizen. That guy died
Everyone, make
months
sure you
ago.
get see your doctor regularly.
That guy
Drink
died
plenty of
months
water.
ago. Who do you think it is now?
It couldn't be me, man. There's some really old dudes. I've seen them
Wicked died months ago too.
inside.
That's like when I was a little kid and my grandpa was like, "Yeah, there's this old guy down the street," and my mind fucking burst. I
Well,
was like, "What are you
isn't this
calling
my
that guy
time to
old?"
talk?
Sorry, you're right.
Right. Next.
No, I'm sorry. Wicked, continue.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
go
all
ahead,
I had.
Wicket.
That's all I had.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cosmic Hobo, change your name. Anything you want to say to Chris Roberts, CIG, or the people on the internet?
give us lots of good ships for IAE.
Oh, we didn't.
Remember
I
that's
wanted to
coming up?
fucking talk about the ships. I totally forgot.
Next time.
Well, save it for the next episode. We're clearly in a little bit of a drought for content right now because we've got freaking XenoThreat as our sponsors.
All right, Hobo, you're not allowed on the show anymore. I can't have
Yeah.
that. Fine.
I
What
mean,
else does that kind of mean?
That's a lot of negative attitude, man.
I can't have that, dude.
Goodbye.
Like talking shit about our sponsor like that.
Well, there is another sponsor that I have
Nope,
heard
not
about.
today.
Not now. Not
Oh,
now. Who's
oh.
next?
It's called Citizens for Prosperity.
Well,
Echo
wait,
6,
wait,
Echo
wait.
6.
We're
Anything you want to
getting.
say to CIG Chris Roberts or the people on the internet?
See y'all in Knicks.
There you go.
Ooh, short, sweet. I like it.
Lord Anubis, anything you want to say to CIG Chris Roberts or the people on the internet?
The
Yes, I'd
smartest.
like to read a statement by the Citizens of Prosperity.
God, fuck.
Fuck. Mute.
I have to
Mute
let
him.
him do it.
You do?
It's the law.
Yeah, it's the end thing, yeah.
The UAE Supreme Court said. Pyro is now ours. Her star and stripe may already be said to have taken their place in the glorious blazon of our common nationality. Other peoples have undertaken to intrude themselves in a spirit of hostile interference against us, for the avowed object of thwarting our policy and hampering our power, limiting our greatness, and checking the fulfillment of our manifest destiny to overspread the galaxy allotted by Providence for the free development of our yearly multiplying millions. This we have seen done by lesser humans, degenerates who think they understand liberty but give us reasons to get rid of them. And we will.
Is that CFP?
Yeah, that's the
Right.
real one. You didn't hear about that?
That
That
is
sound
not
like,
CFP.
That's who they just
That
revealed
sounds
who they
like
really were.
Mr. Derbs. That's what that sounded like.
Gerbs.
Yeah, it's like a Canadian.
Durr.
I think it's Andrew Jackson, but I don't know.
Chat GPT.
Did you pull an Andrew Jackson speech of him talking about eliminating Native Americans or something? Trail of Tears? Was that a Trail of Tears speech?
It's Manifest Destiny. It wasn't Trail of Tears.
That was actually
Same,
coined
same.
by oh god, I was just reading a book on this.
Base tier.
I'll look it up.
Who was it?
The term Manifest Destiny?
Yeah.
We're getting close. We're getting close, Jojo.
Yeah. Well,
What
dude,
we're saying is never trust anything, because the truth of the matter is you never know who they're hurting. Make sure that you align yourself with people who care about others.
Okay, it was coined in 1845 in the United States Magazine and Democratic Review.
Okay, yeah, so it wasn't.
That's not Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, it wasn't Andrew Jackson, actually.
Couldn't have been.
Yeah, he would have been a baby. Anyway, Duke, we did it.
What?
Did we do it? We got everybody?
Yeah, we got
right.
everybody. We did the show. We did the XenoThreat thing, our new replacement sponsor. We talked. We made the time. We did it.
All right. Go us.
Yeah. You want to play us out?
You know what? I think my ISP's acting up again.
Oh,
how convenient.
all right.
Look it up.
There's an ointment for that.
Let's do. You know who's never played us out before is Echo 6. Echo 6, why don't you play us out?
And make it good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hurry.
We need a musical outro.
Yeah.
You do like a song.
I don't know any songs.
Can you hum?
I can't end the show until somebody does
Somebody
a
has to
song.
hum.
It's the
Echo,
law. This
hum,
is
hum us a ditty, Echo.
let's go.
It's the idea. I don't know any songs.
You're acting like you're being
All right,
put on the
Murphy.
spot here.
No, Murphy Jack. You've never done it, right? Murphy Jack.
Echo
Can you do,
6.
can you do a song? This is
Oof.
fucking dead air now. This is
Okay.
unbelievable.
All right. I'll do it
This
on
is
Murphy's
bad.
behalf.
It was
I'll do
going
it on-
so well. It
I'm
was going
producing
so well.
something.
I'll do it on Murphy's
Are you?
behalf.
All right,
You ready?
Wicket. Yep.
Chugga, chugga, chugga.
What
Da,
the?
da, da,
What was
Another
that?
da.
more train jokes.
What?